A tsunami, dozens of meters high, surged toward the city, and everyone was struck with panic and fear, trembling uncontrollably as they desperately ran toward a large building. But one woman stood frozen in place, as if paralyzed by terror. In the next moment, the massive wave quickly engulfed her. Despite the desperate scramble to reach the rooftop, it all seemed futile. In an instant, the disaster mercilessly devoured everything in its path. What was even more shocking was that all of this had been orchestrated by aliens. Even more terrifying, this was just the first wave of a five-part assault, with much greater threats still to come. An unidentified alien spaceship had quietly descended, and its alien occupants, with the intent to wipe out humanity, had meticulously planned 5 waves of highly destructive attacks. The first wave was a power outage attack. The aliens launched a powerful electromagnetic pulse, EMP, towards Earth, instantly disabling all electrical systems. It was as if a spell had been cast, rendering every power grid useless. The sound of massive explosions was heard from outside, and people, filled with curiosity, rushed to their windows to see what was happening. On the streets, cars crashed into each other, seemingly uncontrolled, like toys in the hands of a child. Even more horrifying, airplanes in the sky began to plummet to the ground, their wings crippled as if they had lost all power. The aliens, with their EMP, successfully severed Earth's electrical supply, rendering all devices dependent on electricity useless. In that moment, people were terrified, their minds on the brink of collapse, unsure if Earth could withstand this alien invasion. Not only was there no electricity, but even the water supply was cut off. It felt as though humanity had suddenly been thrust back to the Stone Age. To get water for daily use, Emma had no choice but to take her brother to the lake and fill bottles for their basic needs. But as they were returning, the ground suddenly began to shake violently. The second wave of attacks had arrived without warning. Emma immediately realized it was an earthquake and urgently grabbed her brother, pulling him to safety. Fortunately, they managed to escape unharmed. But before they could catch their breath, a flood caused by the backflow of lake water surged toward them. In a life or death moment, the siblings climbed a large tree, narrowly escaping the rushing water. This was only the disaster caused by a single lake, but the tsunamis striking all coastal cities were on a scale and level of destruction beyond imagination. The 2 waves, earthquake and tsunami, had reduced countless cities and islands to rubble, cutting Earth's human population by 30%. But the disaster didn't stop there. The 4th wave of attacks quickly followed. This time, the aliens used birds as vectors to spread a deadly virus. The pandemic spread rapidly, like wildfire, and came on with overwhelming force. Faced with this sudden viral disaster, humanity had no defenses, helplessly watching as their comrades fell one by one. In the wake of this terrifying outbreak, the human population dwindled by another 30%.